Here we go. On a world spinning its way to damnation, amidst the fear and despair of a broken human race, who is left to sop up the tears? Handkerchief Dynasty. I'm, as always, your secret professor, joined by my good friend and therapist,
Whoa,
the high
whoa,
priest
whoa.
of Oilers
No,
magic.
I don't think so. I'm in no position to be your therapist tonight, friend.
Well, what can you tell me, bro? What can you tell me?
What can you tell me? Why is it up to me to tell you something? What can you tell me?
I can tell you it's not a good feeling.
No, it's almost akin to dying suddenly, you know?
Well, the dream is dying suddenly. It's not looking good. We need an answer soon, but not a lot of teams go down 0, go down 2 games and then come back. It's not that common of a thing.
No, but
it happens.
Of course it's happened.
To be honest, I think Winnipeg is, the Oilers are also played an amazing defensive game.
Yeah, at times. I think the Oilers, I'd like to see them. I mean, I think they back up too far in their own zone. Like they really, I don't know. The Jets to me had a lot more space when they were entering the zone than the Oilers did. Like the Oilers just back up. They had a lot of rushes, the Jets, that looked dangerous. Like it kind of felt like it was just a matter of time before they scored in exactly the fashion that they scored, to me. They had no problem entering the zone, I guess is what I'm saying. And the Oilers are having real problems entering the zone.
They're
to my eye.
They're passing, they're going up the boards a ton. Have you noticed that? They're not really moving the puck through the middle of the ice at all.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Well, they're just not having any luck entering the zone. It was super apparent on the 5-on-3, which was a total disaster. I mean, that should have been the difference in the game, right? The number 1 power play goes up 5-on-3 in the third period. I mean, you have to score there. You have to.
Well,
and we didn't even really get a sniff.
Oh, they shut down the power play for real tonight, let me tell you.
Yeah, but the Oilers didn't really get anything. Like, I don't know. Our power play didn't look good. It didn't look good getting set up. Like before the Jets even had to shut it down, it felt like the Oilers kind of shut it down themselves by not being able to find it.
I mean, yeah. Are we just not built for the playoffs with the current roster? Do we just need more size and depth in our lines? Because to be honest, like that second line, I mean, come on, that second line was not going to get anything done. And to be honest, not really, like our other lines weren't really going to get anything done either. Like we think we think we're deeper than we've been recently, but are we?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know. There's real. I'm starting to wonder. Like, I don't think Nuge really belongs on the second line anymore. He's done nothing for me for a while, and he just looks so outmatched. He's just getting tossed around out there, and I don't know. I'm kind of done with that guy, really, honestly.
That's such a shocking statement. We wouldn't have made that statement like a few months ago.
Me?
Yeah, or like anyone.
Yes, I would have. I've never been a Nuge guy, man. Never been part of the Horks 2.0.
Well, that was you. That's what you said.
Yeah, that was what I said.
You know who I'm kind of done with in the same vein is one Mr. Zach Kassian. Like,
oh yeah,
if it's fine, whatever.
Why was he on the first
no hard
line?
feelings, no hard feelings. But like, man, oh man. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, I mean, I honestly feel a big part of it was just that we're honestly such a potent power play team that, we're sitting there being like, we need to get a penalty. We need to get a penalty.
Well,
but we really need like 4 PPs to get like 1 or 2.
I don't know. We had a 5-on-3. Like, what more do you want? You're not going to get more. You know what I mean? Like, and we did nothing with it. I think we had like maybe 3 shots on all 3 of like combined power plays. It's not good enough. Not good enough.
Do you think Paul Maurice
all that being said, it was you know what I mean? It was a close game, I suppose. Like, it was as close as it can possibly get. I think Mike Smith was he totally outplayed Connor Hellebuck. The Oilers still,
yeah.
Oh, come on. That save in the first period, those 2 saves on what's his face there?
They both played well. Yeah, Mike Smith definitely outdueled him goalie wise. I mean, it was they both got a shutout, for fuck's sakes, you know?
I know, but can you think
game.
of like how many great saves did Connor Hellebuck make?
I can't believe we watched 60 minutes of hockey without a goal. Like, at a certain point in the second period, I was like, I'm never going to see a hockey goal ever again. Like, hockey goals are just like, it's over. They're extinct.
Yeah, right.
You know,
yeah,
they're no longer extant on this earth. We're just going to be watching like whatever this is, which is like some kind of weird dance. But to be honest, what I'm really going to give Winnipeg credit for was and I said this on Twitter, they got in the fucking passing lanes like crazy and the shooting lanes like crazy. Like, I haven't seen that this year. Like, that level of like defensive commitment to like being in the lanes, because it's one thing to have the 2 best passers on earth, but if people are actually in the lanes more.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know, what can you say? I'd certainly like to see more offense. You know what I mean? Out of everybody, not just out of our depth guys.
Well, it's interesting that we have like defensemen. Like, there was one point where like the guy crashing the net was like Darnell Nurse, you know, and there were defensemen that were activating pretty well. I really think it just has to do with this whole thing with like the forward lines. Like, we really need a different mix. I think if we don't win this series, like, you cannot say we don't need a different mix up front, like, somewhat. And to be honest, like, it's all fine and good to have these prospects and these players and these scratch cards, and we've accumulated some talent there that way. But I think if this goes the way it looks like it's going to go, Kenny Holland needs to figure something out this summer.
No, you don't spend your time with Draisaitl and McDavid building for the future. You go all in every single year. You know what I mean? Yeah. Throw the scratch cards away. Like, you don't need them anymore. You won. You know what I mean?
Well, he'll finally have some cap space for the first time as GM. But I mean, that's also a concern, because cap space is one of those things. It's like power. Like when you give like a cisgendered man power, it like drives them completely insane. You know, it's the same thing with cap space with some GMs. You know, they just like lose their fucking marbles, like big time. Yeah. I don't think that'll happen with Kenny, but it's possible. You know, it's easy to fucking swing for the fences on a free agent signing and whiff, you know, like, it happens all the time.
I'd like to see us at least attempt to do that. You know what I mean?
So are you saying use the Nuge money for something else? Is that what you're actually arguing?
Yeah.
Why
would you sign Nuge for like $7? What are you going to do? Sign Nuge for like $6.75 million? Why? Why in the world would you do that?
What happened to his What happened to his 5-on-5 game this year is what I want to know. You know,
Nuge is just like, the game to me has passed Ryan Nugent Hopkins by. He just looks like to my eye like he doesn't belong out there. Like, he's just getting literally thrown around the ice. Like, he can't do anything. He's just, I don't know. I don't see his purpose anymore.
Well, I mean, it's not as though he's looking great on that second line, you know?
No.
And to be honest, I think we all got to give up the ghost on the Dynamite line thing. Like, we caught lightning in a bottle there for a while, but
I mean,
it's the dream's dead. Can we just all give up on that? Because like now we're going, it's like there was a sushi restaurant in our neighborhood where they knew our name. We'd go in there and they'd be like, oh, hey. You'd always order the Dynamite roll, who's your favorite dish, you know, and they're like, Dynamite boy. I'm stealing Curb Enthusiasm jokes here, you know, and then of course the pandemic hits, and the Singaporean family that ran it goes out of business, and they leave the country, and then it turns into like a really twisted, low quality like gyro place, and you go in there still in denial about the Dynamite roll, and you're just like, I'll have the Dynamite roll. Yeah, give me the Dynamite roll. It doesn't exist anymore, man. Give it up.
Do you mean like a gyrocopter? Or do you mean like a hero?
I guess what I actually mean is more like a donaire place.
Yeah, that's a safe bet. Nice call.
Like there's great donaire places, but like a bad donaire place, something special. Let me tell you.
You know what? La Dry Line was last year's deal, right? Like that was like getting that line together was something that should have happened in the Hawks series, and it wasn't. But yeah, I agree with you. Like that's it was lightning in a bottle, and we just kind of threw that bottle into a wall.
Yeah, it's like a band.
It.
Yeah, it's like a band that releases like an amazing debut, you know?
Yeah.
And then the second album comes out and everyone was like, yeah, well, this is over.
Or it's like a band that releases a really amazing debut and they're like, hey, can we put out another album? And their manager is like, absolutely not. And they're like, why not?
We're going to put you in these other bands.
Their manager is like, no, you're just not going to do it. And they're like, okay, that sucks.
Here's a question for you.
Yeah, it does suck, but I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's only one way to build stairs properly. Here's a question for you, though. Like, let's just prepare mentally for.
No, I'm not going to do that. The Oilers are going to win this series. I'm not going to spend my time talking to you after this game, preparing for the worst. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that. I still think the Oilers.
It's a good strategy.
I still think the Oilers are going to win this series. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Why would you think the Oilers would win this series at this point, bro?
Because what else do I have?
You're going into the Donaire place asking for the Dynamite role, bro.
You know what? It's say over. This.
It could be over.
I'll say this, bro, that all the teams in the Northern Division had a better record on the road than they did at home.
You know, I've noticed now 2 years in a row, it's like a playoff tradition where we really passively aggressively, well, like I call you bro at first, and then you really passively aggressively, but mostly just super aggressively call me bro. That exact same thing happened in the play-in last year. Do you remember?
Yeah, it's like a Tim Hortons commercial.
Don't even fucking get me started on Tim Hortons, man. Dear Lord.
The best guy is the Shea Weber guy. That's my favorite, where he's like, actually, no. And he looks like he's kind of ready to like come right over the counter. Oh, Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons is like the emblem of like well, it's just like, you know, you make good donuts and coffee for a few years, and then eventually you just, you know, you mix in 1% extra sawdust and ground up newspaper every year, slowly enough that people don't notice right away. Before you know it, it's fucking Brazil. It's like Brazil without the like fun. You know?
Yeah, exactly. The thing is, like, I think that if we all imagine the worst, then that means we're all imagining the worst, and then that will manifest itself into reality. You know what I mean? That's why I can't do it. I cannot do it.
Why is it that Oilers fans have this propensity to believe that they can like psychically alter the outcome of the game? Because I believe the same thing. Like because I was praying, my hands were together in a religion, with a religiosity completely not commensurate with my life up till now.
Well, however, there's truth to that, though, isn't there? There's like scientific evidence, like the power of prayer. Oprah Winfrey's patented secret. Isn't
okay, Dr. Phil. I mean, probably because it focuses the mind in some ways, what I would imagine. This is the thing. Okay. We need to, someone said, you know, Tampa tried to win with skill. You know, they got swept, so they came back the next year with some size and skill, won the cup. And honestly, if we can come back with some size and skill and we don't have players in our lineup like Zach Cassian, Dominic Cahoon, et cetera, and to be honest, you know, Jujar, he had that wicked flash for a while there, but like I don't know where Jujar's been. He had one decent scoring chance tonight.
Well, like, I mean, he got like 2 concussions in 5 days. So you know what I mean? I'm gonna cut the guy some slack, I suppose.
I'll cut it for sure. I'll cut him all the slack in the world, but like at a certain point.
Yes, I agree. You know, I know what you mean.
We wheel out the excuses. It's like we're like the excuse like factory. It's like if there's one thing the Edmonton hockey market is good at, it's like manufacturing or at least collecting and evaluating various excuses. You know, and you know.
Yeah, well, I don't really think JJ should be playing. Like, I don't know what kind of shape he's in because I'm obviously not around him. But those were 2 massive concussions to me, especially the second one, and the second one like wasn't very much, and then he was back like a week later. So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure maybe he's medically cleared to play, but I'm not sure that there isn't somebody who could do what he's trying to do a little bit better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that being said, I still think we'll win the series. Like, we have to win the next game. They have to beat us 4 times. They beat us twice, right?
High priest. And you should know this due to your time in the Pharaoh's priest caste, but various priest caste and castes and classes and the various liturgical classes and whatnot. Okay.
Best years of my life.
Denial is not just a river in Egypt, bro. Okay.
Quit calling me bro.
It's so aggressive, isn't it?
Yeah. See, that's why I come back at you with bro, because you start the ball rolling. What am I supposed to do? You start calling me bro.
I know.
That's pretty much like a reason to go from where I'm sitting.
Huge slap in the face. You know, it's always we have that kind of relationship. Like, if we were a couple and like there was, you know, long-term committed, but there was some kind of catastrophe, we would definitely be one of those couples that would break up after it. You know, we'd like go our separate ways in grief. And eventually, if we keep on doing this hockey podcast and like, let's say this bullshit continues for like multiple more years, because to be honest, like, you know, it's a little bit much to take this shit, you know, especially because we had such a great regular season and now it's just like all the build up, the waiting. Yeah.
Professor, we're still in it. It's not a best of 5, right? It's a best of 7. They have there's going to be 2 more Oilers Jets games. At least. I just don't believe that like the Jets are going to freaking sweep us. I think the Oilers are going to win this series. Well, what? So you don't think so? Like, so what? We win the next one?
No, I don't. Because the Jets are playing really good playoff hockey right now, man. And
yeah, but they beat us by a goal. They beat the Oilers by a goal in overtime. Like, it was so close.
Yeah, they're Detroiting us in 06, man. Like, they're pulling a McTavish on us, bro. Like, we're the better team, but they're going to beat us by playing like the most insane defensive hockey of all time.
Yeah, maybe.
With a good goaltender, you know? Because to be honest, like,
I think his play honestly has been pretty overrated in my opinion. Like, I can't think of 5 outstanding stops. Their team wins, and he's taking a lot of credit for, like, you know, he's played great. I mean, he hasn't let in any goals really, other than that one fluky one. But I honestly can't think of, like, there was no time during either of the games where I was like, oh my gosh, like, what a save. And I was like pulling my hair out over the play of Connor Hellebuck. It hasn't happened.
Well, regardless of that fact, you know, the results are what they are, you know?
Yes, but I think if the Oilers can find a way to get more shots at him, more traffic in front, maybe, like, there's things that the Oilers can do to improve their chances. You know, it's not like he's not stonewalling them to my eye. It's like the Oilers are taking a lot of shots from outside, a lot of shots from the point. They're blocking a lot of shots. Like, we have to outfox the Jets in their end. You know what I mean? Like, we're not getting beat by a hot goalie. That's not what's happening here.
We need to play our game, and we displayed a little bit of moxie in this game midway through, where we started to actually like hold the puck a little bit longer and get the Jets out of position and actually make some plays and shit. So if we can, if they can do that, like, we got a fighting chance. But like, man, I mean,
the Jets are playing great.
Winnipeg are all in on this shit, and they are really, like, you know, it's like every time Connor goes through the neutral zone with the puck on his stick, there's like literally 4 guys, and he can go through 4 guys once in a while.
Yeah, once in a while. You know what?
But they're playing like 2 different systems. Like, when McDavid has the puck, they're playing a completely different defensive system, which is basically like all around just like completely taking everything away they can from him as like
then he's got to figure out something else to do. You know what I mean? Like, he can't keep trying to beat 4 guys every time he gets the puck. Like, that's not working. So it hasn't worked for 2 games now. You have 0 points in both games. Connor and Dry have to adjust their game. They're great players. They can do it. there's no doubt in my mind that they have the ability and probably embrace the challenge. You know what I mean? But now's the time to start making adjustments to your game. You're not going to fly through 4 jets. Like, it's not happening. It's not going to happen in game 3. You have to do something else.
What was that jet that they built that was just like super shitty and they spent like billions and billions on it? Like, maybe if they're really low quality jets, but I don't know. They're decent jets. They got at least MiGs over there.
Yeah, they're very decent jets.
Do you think is Paul Maurice out coaching Dave Tippett right now, you think?
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough to say. I mean, I saw a tweet right before we came on that was something to the effect of the Oilers got beat by the Hawks last year, and now they're down 2-0 to the Jets. Both teams that people figured we should handle quite easily, and that, you know, those are the facts. That's Dave Tippett's playoff coaching record with the Edmonton Oilers. So I'm not sure what's going on. I'm hesitant to put the blame on Tippett just because we had such a great regular season team, and I saw so many great things on the Oilers. And really tonight, I thought they played a great game. Like, it was a 1-0 overtime game. Like, you literally cannot get any closer. So I don't know. It stings, and part of the reason it stings is it's such like a, it's hard to really finger point or lay the blame at the feet of anyone, just because, you feel you have to do that in a loss, and it helps so much to be able to do that. But in a game like that, like, there's not a lot you can do. I mean, if the Oilers win that game, this is a totally different conversation. Everything's rosy.
Well, yeah, if the Nazis won World War II, we'd all be speaking German, like if and
I know, but the Nazis
should and would and Connor. I wasn't impressed by any of Connor Hellebuck's saves. It's like, I'm sorry, man.
But the Nazis weren't really close to winning World War II. You know what I mean? Like, not really.
No, probably not.
The Nazis weren't.
And to be honest,
as the Oilers.
I don't know if you've watched any of Amazon's original series, The Man in High Castle, adaptation of Philip.
Funny you should mention that. I'm watching
one of the worst shows I've ever seen put to film. Like, wastes a fantastic performance by, what is his name, Rufus Sewell, I think.
Yes, so
He's
good,
fucking great. But like, that show, the writing and the characterizations are just all over the place, man. Holy shit.
Really? I'm about 4 episodes in. No spoilers.
Fair enough.
Maybe I should watch something else. Did you watch the whole thing?
I got to the end of the first season, and I was like, pretty much ready to. Yeah, I mean, at that point, we were pulling.
You bailed after one season, though.
Honestly, I was hate watching it pretty much 100% by about like 5 episodes in, and I was just like, I just want to see how much more they fuck this up. I mean, I feel bad. It's a hard thing to make art. It's a difficult life, the life of an artist or a writer or a TV producer. I'll just say it's not my favorite show.
Okay.
And tonight was not my favorite hockey. To be honest, I just, at this point, it's managing expectations at this point for me. Yeah. That's gonna be my new mantra.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it mantra or mantra?
Mantra.
I think it's mantra.
A hard A.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The fact that all the Northern teams, here's my line of thinking. Here's what's keeping my hope alive, is that maybe the pressure to play. I mean, don't you think it's a strange statistical anomaly that all the Northern teams have better records on the road than they do at home? Isn't that odd to you? That's very strange.
A little bit.
Me.
Yeah.
That's very strange to me. So maybe there's some sort of weird pressure that comes from playing in your own building when it's entirely empty.
We just need better fucking players, man. If we don't win this series, we need better fucking players. We might need a better coach, to be honest. Although he's really improved the team, so I hate to say it, and I think he's a good coach. But like,
he's a great coach.
We need to give him some fucking more guns then, because if we don't have some more size and skill in that top 9, like, we're not going to win fuck all, man.
Yeah, I know, but So if the Oilers win next game, I mean, are you still singing the same tune?
Yeah, I don't. At this point, I think that the Jets are on track in my mind to win this shit 4-1. I hate to say it,
Wow. You went
but
from Oilers winning in 5 to the Jets winning in 5.
well, yeah, like
it's crazy.
The sun, the sun set. Time passes, time marches on.
Yeah, but it hasn't yet. I mean, it's a series. This is a series, right?
Yeah, and it's a serious disappointment that we're down 2 games. And I mean, like it's
but
like,
it's
whatever.
not over. Like it's not over by any stretch. I don't think. Not. I mean, a 1-0 overtime game. I don't know. It sucks we lost, but I still think we're going to win this series.
All right. Well, I hope you're right. You got anything else there? High Priest of Oilers Magic, keeper of the sacred video card protocols?
No, I have nothing else.
Yeah, I got nothing else either. My heart is empty. My spirit is low. I'm gonna push my feelings down, 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 down until I'm almost walking on them, and happiness will follow. No, I think we will go through probably like if this goes the way I think it's gonna go, the way I hope it doesn't, but the way I think it probably will.
Yeah,
we're gonna be going through some stages of grief. We'll do stages of grief episodes.
No, we don't even need to talk about that yet, man.
Fair
I
enough.
mean, the freaking Leafs lost to Montreal at home too. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
Montreal, Winnipeg in the second round.
Yeah, I won't be watching that.
No,
and it's not going to be that. It's going to be Edmonton versus Toronto in the second round.
Oh man, like if Toronto loses in the first round, just like the media sphere, just their brains exploding will be like something. But like, to be honest, like our brains are going to explode here too.
Oh, I think that the media sphere, if the Oilers go out in the first round, will be a million times more intense, even in Toronto, than if Toronto goes out in the first round. Connie had like 106 points in 46 games or something like that. Like, it's crazy. If the Oilers go out in the first round, it'll be like, I don't know if there's ever been a regular season so good and a playoff exit so disappointing. Not that I can remember.
Well, if you enjoy being depressed, please like and subscribe. Please visit us at patreon.com/handkerchief dynasty.
The time for depression is not
content.
It's not here yet. We're still in the playoffs, right? If you had told me 2 years ago if I would take like being down 2-0 in the first round and having a game, in the postseason, 2 more guaranteed games, I'd be all over that.
So all we got to do is go back in time and say that to your past self just to make him feel better, I guess, is what we
don't even. No.
Are we making ourselves feel any better by doing this? Once we invent the time machine,
there's no need to be depressed yet. The hope is still alive, right?
I tell you what we do. We go back in time and we tell Hitler about it all until he gets so depressed that he doesn't rise to power, and we avoid World War II. Because to be honest, World War II is still spinning its way out, and it would be really nice if it never happened. Don't let people tell you any different. World War II, bad time overall.
Yes, still spinning itself out.
Yeah, man. North Korea, right. South Korea, various other spots.
Right. I agree. Now that's depressing to think about. That's actually
isn't it nice to have a new depressing thing to think about that dwarfs the Oilers playoff issue?
I'm not depressed
because that's really a much more depressing thing.
Truly,
millions upon millions of war dead, mostly civilians. It was the first war where the majority of casualties were civilians, my friend.
Yes, I know. I'm just saying, teams have been down 2-0 before, and they've come. I've seen it a million times. The Oilers have to win the next one in Winnipeg, where the Jets have had a worse record at home than they have on the road for whatever reason, along with all the other teams in the Northern Abstraction. And then it's 2-1, and then you know what I mean? The Oilers also kick the shit out of the Jets like every single time they met in the regular season. So I think if they can just get one, then they can get more than one.
From your lips to the ears of God herself.
I hope so. I hope she's listening.
She's listening. Let's leave it there, bro. I'll catch up with you on Sunday. Sunday fun day.
Is that
I hope you're wearing
an afternoon game?
I think it's the evening time. I hope you'll be wearing a crinkled up white button down shirt and a loosened tie.
I have like a special sort of It's like special robes that I wear during the game. They're like kind of like linen. It's like a linen sort of sack that I wear with a hole cut in the head of the sack for my head.
That'll match your complexion. I like that. Well done. To see more of the High Priest's sacred robes and what lies beneath them, please visit us at patreon.com/Handkerchief Dynasty. Let's leave it there. Thank you so much for talking, High Priest. I promise I won't pimp you out too much, but at this point, like, I've got to take out the trauma on others. Like the Dalai Lama said, someone being unkind to you is an echo of their unkindness, or someone being unkind to them. So I feel incensed at the universe right now, so I'm going to take it out on you.
Don't take it so hard, man. Don't take it so hard. Look forward to Sunday. Think about the snacks.
It's going to be awesome.
The puck will drop on Sunday.
No, I'm trying to lose weight. I can't snack my way out of this one, bro.
Okay. Well, then I don't know. I mean, snacks are all I have.
Yeah, that's all you got. That's like the whole foundation of your religion, your whole belief system. You got nothing besides that, bro.
That's a big part of it. It's a big part of it. Snacks and Pepsi Zero. Big part of it.
Beautiful. All right. Well, have a nice night. I'll message you tomorrow, and just take good care.
Yes. Sleep well. It's over now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Totally.
We died. See, when you lose in sudden death, there's also like you lose in sudden death, but then you're also reborn. About like an hour and a half later, or the next day, you're reborn. There's a feeling of rebirth because you're not actually dead, but you do feel as though you're dead. Like when it goes in, I never turn the TV off quicker than in that situation. It's like I can't wait for the image to be erased, for the death to be complete. But then like the next day, like you're reborn, knowing with the knowledge that you've died, you've gained so much insight, you've been through death, but you still walk the earth.
Testify. Yes, brother. Thank you so much. What an awesome elegy for the end. All right, thanks for listening, all. We'll catch up with you real soon.
Okay. See you later, everybody.
Bye.
Go Oilers.
Oilers.